Hello everyone. I thought we would do a walkthrough review of everything that I painted in the 4 Johanna Basford books that I have. And I have Lost Oceans, World of Wonder, I have Magical Jungle, and I have the Enchanted Forest. So let's start with the Enchanted Forest. Let me get you just a little bit closer. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to bang the camera. I'm just trying to get you lined up. Haven't done much in the beginning part. Trying to get to where I've started. I did do both of these. I believe I recorded, can't remember which one. Or did I record both of them? I'm not sure. But I loved the colors that it came out in, and it turned out very, very nice, very pretty. These were done in all pencils. There we go. Let's see. Okay, and I think anybody who saw this remembers me doing this. I used a stencil, and I stenciled the background, and I used pencil on my two little animals. I did use a distressed ink around the outside. I thought they turned out really cute. Remember, I messed up my little bunny because I was first time trying to make hair, and I was trying to delete all the little outside of the lines, and I didn't do such a good job, and I messed it up. And anyway, and I just kind of filmed how I fixed it, and anybody who doesn't know would know. But that was that one. Let's see. I'll show this one again. I showed it in one video, but I really liked this one. I liked how it turned out. I did this with markers, metallic markers, and put some stencil glitter on it. I can't remember, diamonds, but it sure picked up the color. And this one, I was really, really proud of my bubbles. I thought they turned out really, really beautiful. I also used the markers, the same markers on these here, down here. Put this in. It was just the dragonfly. I used either Polychromos or Castle Art pencils. I'm not sure at this point which one. I used little dots I put with the Posca pen. Then I put in some of the diamond glitter. Could have been There's several different kinds that I had gotten at that point. And on some of my bubbles. And I used, on the gold, I used the gold pen. It just turned out so pretty. And then I just used chalk for the background. This was my first wrinkly page. It's like, oh no. But it turned out so pretty. Let's see. And then if you watched the one, you saw the blues, all the blues. This was a stamped background. Same with in here. These were all, I believe they were Polychromos pencils. Could have been just about any one. This I have never gotten back to. I wrote down on a little piece of paper all the colors that I put in the tree, and to make sure that I can finish out the rest of these. And I do need to get in there and do a little work, but you know, I have been busy working on lots of stuff. Let's see, what else did we have? This one I loved. This was my first attempt at doing the whole background with pencil, and I just thought it turned out so pretty. Peter Pan's adventure book. And I loved how the little bubbles, all the different colors, turned out, and the water put some touches of glitter in it to just make it stand out more. And I did this page. I thought it turned out so pretty too. Just trying to get it to match up with this opposite page. I used a gold glitter in it. I used some different kinds of the stickles. Liquid pearls throughout it. And it just gave it another dimension. It gave it some really pretty it just changed the whole look, didn't it? I put little dots, just sprinkled them around because there was already a few, and then I just enhanced it. I thought it turned out really nice. Just using the different colors, mixing them a lot into it, just giving it a shot. And I think I did pretty good for this one. So I really like it. And then my little bird, I thought he was really cool. I did some stamping. I had some, they're not stamps, but stencils. I have a whole little thing full of stencils. And I just used distressed ink and went over that. I had a little tiny stamp that stamps little bubbles. And used some, a little bit of the distressed ink in the background. Although unless you make it really dark, it doesn't show up very well on camera. But I thought he turned out pretty cool. His little eggs are 4 or 5 colors. I just really, really liked him. I thought he turned out really nice. So let's try another book. I think Magical Jungle. I've done so many, I don't think I even marked in it the pages. So this was my opening page. This had to been my very first page that I colored in here, and I'm sure this is castle art with some stickles. Must be diamond stickles. This one is crystal stickles. So there's different ones that that I've used. And then this page here, I used distressed ink all the way around. And then I took my gold pen and I did some of the leaves in here, then put some stickles, and of course my butterflies, and I brought the same color over onto This Book Belongs To, and I did the same thing, the distressed ink around it, and then colored it in with the pencils and added just a little bit of distress or diamond stickles. This page, I absolutely love this page. You know how you see your book and you just wait and wait to get to each and every page because you would just, but I just thought that it just turned out so cute. I was always going to do something right there, which I keep forgetting and never go back to. But my little bird and my little snake up here in the tree, my little elephant, I did him in distressed ink. I did a lot of this page in distressed ink. And then I came back in with my pencils and just came and filled it in. The rocks are distressed ink, and then I just used a little bit of gray to highlight them. And I put the trees in here. I don't know if I put both trees or just one tree, but I couldn't decide what this line was for. I think I put both trees in here. So I ended up making it a tree, which I think looks really pretty. And then I put a little brown in here to make it look more like a trail before it just didn't stand out. But I think it stands out. It looks like there's dirt there, like you could walk through there. And with the white, I just used the pasta pen, and I kept giving, I think I gave it 3 coats, very gently, and it just made it look like it was foamy. I thought that worked very well. And I just put blues and I used the I can't remember if I used distressed or chalk to do the water. It's just hard to tell. You can't. But then I came back in with some pencils and stuff, and I just went through it, which makes very colorful. I don't know if you can see all the different colors in the water. There's lavenders and blues and teals, and it turned out really, really pretty. And we did this one not too long ago. And I think I made a video on both of these. And it was all done in pencil. Some of it was distressed ink. That was just adding a little here, a little there in the flower. Just trying to get used to using it. And I think that was my first, like, okay, I think I can do this. So I've been practicing more and more. I thought it was really pretty. It almost looks like a 2-page layout, doesn't it? Even though I love how I did the colors of this page in the house and brought it all over here. That it really, very tropical, very soothing to look at. And then this one here, I did the stencils and distressed ink on the background, and I put distressed ink through the center, and then I just did the pencils, and I thought it turned out really pretty. It's just different, and everything else is pencils with just I think I used just a little bit of a gold pen, or but not much. Most of this is all pencil. I think here I tried doing. I put a little bit of gold in there, but I think it turned out pretty nice. And I think I did this wreath on a video. And they're either Castle Rock, or they look a little more waxy, so they might have been Prisma. And then just added a lot of different pearl and little drops, different colors. I had already done this one. I used a little circle maker, and I just rubbed distressed ink to make all the different little circles, and then I just it just reminded me of a little party. So I just added all these little bits and pieces to both of them. Little dots and little squiggle marks on the butterfly, and I thought the colors were turned out really pretty and blended. I like purples and teals, and the teal green blues, teal greens mixed together always makes a beautiful, beautiful page. And these two, I really liked how he turned out. And my little orchids, I thought they turned out really nice. These are all done in pencil. I'm probably Prisma. I'm just kind of starting to see which ones do what. I thought the bird turned out really striking. And I just put a little bit of well, it could be chalk and it could be distressed ink. I think it's distressed ink because if I look over here, I know this is distressed ink in the background of this tiger. And the tiger is all done up in pencil 2, except for the background of where he's laying. And then I put some little gold glitter butterflies, and there's a little snail. And I just mixed my grains. I thought the tiger turned out really pretty. He kind of looks like he's got a look in his eye. So, looks like I forgot to color his one toenails there. But I thought that turned out really pretty. And then this one I did with all pencils. Every single one of them I colored with a pencil, and then I did a chalk background. I didn't put any glitter. Looks like I put some little dots on that one, and maybe on that one, probably with one of the gel pens. And that one too, I guess. I thought the colors in the background looked very soft and just a nice, pleasant picture to look at. When you sit and look through, I attempted to do a water drop there. That was my first attempt. It's not too bad. But it would look kind of cool if I'd have gone through and put more. And then my panda. I really liked doing this one. This one I just did distress inks, a couple colors in the background. And then I colored in. I drew the circles first, and then I did the background. And then I came in and I colored in all of these and stayed within the circle. And I tried to make the water drop and it didn't work out. So I came back in and just put a gold around where the black was. And then the little dots. And I think it turned out pretty. And I put the Folk Art Extreme Silver Glitter paint on top of these, which makes them very, very shiny. And the same with the panda bear. If you get it at a certain thing, you can see more, and sometimes you see less, but it's different. And I did the same here, all in pencil. And then I came in here with the glitter and did all around on that. I did the little butterflies actually in my metallic gel pens. In the background there's some distressed ink, and then I colored him all in with pencil too. I think he turned out really cute. And everything always depends on the drawer, if your picture is drawn good. I came through here. I haven't come back here at all. Just a little bit to work on some of this, but this is all done in my ink gel pens. Every butterfly is different, except for the flowers are all going to be in pencil. And I think this is going to be a really, it's going to be pretty when it gets done. Just need to remember. This one here, this was some of the first ones that I did, so they're probably Castle Art pencils. And I drew the leaves up here, and I drew this tree because there was just this gecko and him on a branch. And these leaves down here were in this page. And then I just took different well, this one is hard to tell too, if it was, whether it was chalk or whether it was pastels. It could have been a little bit of both. I'm not sure. And then I took a white gel pen and a gold one, and I just make little marks all over. And I was so pleased with this picture, how it turned out. I just worked and worked on it to get it. I can see some of my coloring has definitely improved, but I think they still stand on their own to being beautiful. And this one I've heard somebody talk to me about. I saw somebody do this with just the ocean, and I think maybe a mountain. I can't remember now. I think it was Chris. So I did this, and I did all this in pencil, trying to bring it down. And then I think I used pencil coming down into it, and I used acrylic paint to highlight the clouds. And then I did the ocean with the pencil. And I know I worked and worked and worked on these mountains, trying to get them to look like they were rolling hills and depth and stuff in different colors and shades in them, and trying to make the ocean look like it was far away, and some seaweed and a few shells. And then my little turtle, I drew him. I just thought it turned out pretty. Same thing with the just layers of acrylic paint, and then I put some glitter on them. And my shells weren't that great, so I put some glitter on them. Glitter hides a lot. And so I put a lot of work in this one, trying to do the sky and try to make it in all different shades and colors. And the little butterflies, I put some glitter on them, and just tried to spread out the greens in different areas. This is probably one of the reasons I bought the book too, is because I really wanted to do this and see what I could do with it. You know, you see somebody do something, and then you take it and you take the idea, and then you make it your own. You turn it into what you want it to look like. I just thought the red, bringing the little bit of red into the sky, and the really deep blues on either side, and the clouds, and it just kind of looks like a mystical beachy day. I thought it turned out really, really pretty. Oh, I loved this one. Oh, I was so pleased when I got done with this one. I was just elated at how it turned out. I loved the trees. I loved how I started doing the flowers and the vines, and my little monkey. He's got such a sweet little face, and he's so weird looking. He got a little snake down here. You could hardly see him, and a little frog in here. Those that have this book, and just how the I used the chalk, but I left enough space. I just did little circles, and I left enough space to where it looked like there were clouds in the sky. So that was like, sometimes it's just a happy, happy accident. Not that you did any intention. It's just, oh, okay. So don't go so heavy when you're doing that. And I brought the green up in here. I did use some pencil down in here, in some grass, and then I just finished it off with the chalks. And I just all the colors, I just thought they all just were so, I love this flower. I thought that was unusually, turned out so different. Even my little purple ones and my bird of paradise, I think it turned out, for not using orange in it. So I used more golds in different places up in here in the trees instead of orange, or so I think it turned out really nice. And then this one too was like, I seen it all over Facebook, and I'm like, or YouTube, and I just really, really wanted to color this. So I done just this with a little tiny bit of clouds on top here, like that much. I hadn't done this, I hadn't done up here. And later I thought, I just feel like I need more. So I came in and I did the more, leaving big white spots, made it look like bigger clouds, matching up the littler clouds. And then I just came in with the oranges and the greens and just mixed them down here in the bottom part, which I thought turned out pretty. I've seen some beautiful ones, but I'm happy with what I've done. And that's the main important thing, is that when you look at your pictures, that you say, I'm happy with what I did. Even though there's some that are much, much more beautiful on the internet, on YouTube than yours. But I just really, really liked it. Oh, this one. The only thing I have to come in here and fix this. The light coming down, and I saw where they used a ruler, and actually you take a ruler and use a white marker, or not a marker, but your white pencil, and you make your lines with your white pencil, and then when you go over it, it will make those sun rays going down into the water stand out. So I tried erasing, so I think I just need to fix it a little bit, but on general, I absolutely love this picture. I looked up how to color the turtle. I didn't draw that one. That one's there. And it turned out so pretty. Down here, I was thinking, should I make it sand? What should I do? And I thought, just leave it. And it's underwater. It'll look good. So I didn't try to make the sand under the water. I just mixed all my colors. I thought the sky turned out really pretty with all the blues and the purples and the colors in it. It's just it's just a pleasant picture to look at. It was fun to do. Except for I still need to fix that part. And I will one day, someday, before I get to the end of this book. This was a stencil one that I did. Seems like I was started to video this and then something happened. But this was a stencil that I did on the top and on the bottom. And then I just came in. I had picked this flower to make everything else blend with that flower. And look at the little fish. They're green and they turned out cute. But I just kind of blended it all together, my little gecko. But I didn't worry about what should be what color. I just used the colors from here to here, back and forth, to bring it all together into one pleasant page to look at. I didn't put any distressed ink. I thought the green was dark enough. The was pretty in itself. It didn't need anything else. So I just left it like this. This is what I do when I'm downloading and I can't film. Look at my little green frog with his little hands. So I go in and I try to work on things that I just relax and color and listen to things on the YouTube. Okay, this one was fun. I did do the background with the distressed ink. It almost looks like a wallpaper. And then I got him all colored in. And then I took some decoupage gloss and I gave it 2 coats, thin coats. And it actually dried really flat, which is kind of, I don't know if you can see. I always hate putting those white lines. I don't know why. They look nice when I see everybody else doing them. We got a little bug down here. So I just tried to make it like a little terrarium, and I just took the water up to so far and tried to make the cork a corky color. And then this page I just had fun with. I took my distress and I just colored everywhere. Different, just whatever colors. I just brought them out and one at a time, and I used, I think, a gold and then some green and then another green here and then some purples and then a rusty color in here, some blue, turquoise for the flowers, and and then I came back in when I got done with that, and I took my pencils and I went and went over them and just kind of changed them up wherever it needed a little more color. And it's amazing how our pencils matched up quite well with the colors from the distressed ink. You can't tell where I've colored with the pencil in here or whether it was the distressed ink on these. I know I colored these with pencils, this part with pencils, and the purple, the dark purple part. But I just came in and then I just took my gel pens and I just kind of gave it a little pop of color. I don't know if it'll show any of it, but some of these are so intense that I think it's more fun to find something different than to set and color everyone. I'm not into the mandolin kind of coloring. I'm not jumping up and down over those. And many people really, really enjoy them. I'm the one that wants to get my coloring, and I want to color it, and I want to see what it's going to look like. And I don't want to wait 20 days while I'm coloring every teeny tiny little piece. But that's me. I want to see a picture. But anyway, I like the idea of the decoupage on that. And we did this not too long ago. That's an eraser speck. I just absolutely love this guy. I think he's more a parrot, and these two are more cockatiels. I like how I did the branches. I like how the wood looks different shades. I love the colors, the oranges and tropical. Went just blended right in, and I put some gold chalk in the background, but just through the center. And then I put, after I filmed it, then I put a little bit of lavender, but it didn't like show up, but it did. When you see it from here, you can see it, how pretty it came out. I used more of the teals, and I thought it turned out really, really pretty. Everybody loved this one. In the purples. And I do too. When you look at it, it's like, whoa, that's pretty. And I used the distressed ink and the stencil for the all around and up close. And after I got done, I used the distressed purple in here and some green in there. So I used some distressed ink in the purples, in different leaves. And then again, I just came in with my pencils, and I just filled in right over the top of them in different places. And they color over so easily. You have lost nothing, no tooth, no nothing. You can do whatever you want to do with them. And then I just put some of the dots of liquid pearls and some diamond glaze a little bit. And I thought, oh my goodness, this really did turn out pretty. But you guys thought so too, which was amazing. Let's see. I think I did a video on most of this one. And again, it's just different. It just turned out so pretty. I was going for a sunset, but it could be a sunrise, either one. And that's the coloring I used for the background. I added this little pond down here in this part here. And most of this is all pencil, except for the background. Got my little snake in the tree. And these pretty colors, my little butterflies. My little monkey with the big eyes. It's like, what are you guys doing here in my jungle? I just like to use deep, dark colors and then light colors, which turned out really pretty. I love some of these flowers. I think they just, the colors all just work really well together. It's just very pleasant, I think, to look at. I think that's the last one. It's a magical jungle. My little book's getting dirty on the outside. It's picking up probably the stuff from my... Okay, World of Wonders. Let's see what we got in here. I really want to do these. I've seen different ones. I guess we can start at the front. And I will get to getting these done. But let's get me lined up. This was the first page I colored in here using distressed inks and pencils and probably castle art, and then some glitter, and it got a little messy in there, but I was learning. Oh, and then I used my markers, my metallic markers. I thought this turned out pretty too. This book belongs to. Just brought the colors from the flowers over and used distressed inks around the pencils. And I was still trying to figure this out, so let's see. Yeah, this is something I really wanna check out and do. The waterfalls, I just thought I've seen so many beautiful pictures. This one, I really liked this one. I did the elephant first with all the different colors, pencils, and then I just put glitter and pearl, liquid pearls here and there, and they just add to it. And I just made my clouds with, I started out was going to do a gradients, but I don't know, it just kept working into, this is what's going to happen, and this is what happened. It just looks like he's up in the sky in the clouds, for sure. And I just really, stuff gets collected in here. Sometimes you forget it. And then this one, on this side, I brought the same colors over, and we watercolored these little houses. And I have some pearl watercolors, and they turned out really, really cute. And the pages I used, less water. I was very careful how much water I used, and they turned out really pretty. Didn't wrinkle my page at all. There's a little tiny bit, but sometimes that comes from just coloring too. And then I just added all my same thing, the stickles and the pearl, and it changed them from being just a pencil to more. And I've seen this done in so many beautiful ways, so many. But I did enjoy doing that one. Oh yeah, him. I remember I filmed this. It was one of my first ones I tried filming, and I don't remember. It was sideways or backwards, or it was probably sideways. And I worked for 2 days trying to get it to turn around, and I couldn't. But my intention is to do this page in these colors, and the pinks and the teals, and just make it just blend in over here on this side with the same colors, the same scheme. And I will get to it one day, I promise. Even though I marked them, it's hard to find them all. So I did these 2 pages, and I just did them simple. I haven't done a background or anything. I just left them. They're all in pencil. Um, I'm not sure what I did them in, but they turned out really pretty. And I just didn't know what to do with as a background, so I just left them right now. And someday I might figure that out. So this one here was my first attempt at doing gold, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it turned out really nice. I loved the picture and the bowl, and I do have all these colors. When you find something that you really how you like it turned out, make sure you write down what colors you used and what it was for. Sometimes I write the colors down, I don't write what it was for, so that makes it difficult. But these colors really turned out pretty. I like how it turned out, and I just used a little chalk, lavender, and then some green on the outside. But I was very pleased with that. I really like that. I haven't done that page yet. Oh, I done this little guy. I thought he turned out pretty. He's more in the peachy teal coral colors, and I did use a stencil in the background, and it is all pencil, and then some distressed ink down here. I think I overdid something with the distressed ink down here. Okay, yeah, we did do this on, but this turned out really, it's fun to sit and look back and look at your stuff that you've done, because you're like, wow, this is pretty. Wonder who colored this. No, I know. I'm just teasing. But it did turn out really different. And that's my heart is to try to make things different than what other people do. So I try not to even look at too many, even though if somebody's teaching something, I do look now. But I've watched so many videos that you can only watch so many, and then it's time for you to leap out on your own and try to do them on your own. Well, this picture definitely was a hit, and it's still beautiful. This was Castle Art. I know it was Castle Art, because this was the very first picture I painted, or colored. I love this picture so much, and so then I brought it over with this one, and I think on this one I actually filmed it, didn't I? Yeah, I did, and it turned out really super nice. I liked it very much. And got that glitter. This was all done in Castle Art pastels, and I love those pencils. I love them very much. I like this color in here. This can't think of what it's called, but when you run out, you're out. So, but I found some that are close. So, oh, I remember my kitty. That was another one I tried filming, and it was sideways too. Now I know to make sure. And so I'm looking again to make sure this one isn't sideways. Because I don't have a way to really edit them, even when you go into Yahoo. Go into YouTube, there's no way of flipping them around either. So I've spent hours trying to figure that one out. So the best thing for me to do is make sure that it's right. And I have stopped a few times and started over because it wasn't right. But I thought she was really pretty. I started out making her white. And then I decided to make her a little Siamese cat. And this is where I learned you better watch what size micro pen you use, because if it's not the same size here, it looks out of place. And there's not anything I can do to fix it, but I still like the picture. I thought it's pretty. I drew the moon in the background, and I made a little platform where she is setting, and I think she turned out really, really pretty. Added a little bit of glitter. She had to have a little glitter. But just the pinks and the greens and that moon behind her turned out pretty. And I think everybody has seen this one, but I just love mine. I've seen many beautiful ones, but I just love mine. The border, it just looks so pretty. Pulled all these colors, and then I took, after I penciled them in, then I took that tape and taped them off. I have artist tape where it doesn't stick to your paper, and then I just used my chalk and went in there, and that turned out so pretty. And like I've said probably a few times now, I couldn't tell, this is the sky, this is the ocean. So to me, he's in between it all. So I just made him like he's in the sky, jumping out of the, leaping out and going into another direction. And I really, really liked him. I like looking at this picture. I wanted to do this for so long. And it looks like I probably used Prisma on them. You always think you're going to come back and do a little this and a little that, but it just seems like I never do. I forget. I think it's done, and then I go and look, and then I think, I need to come back in here. This is my little bus. I think it turned out cute. Nothing special, just cute. And I haven't been back and finished up any of these, which I need to. And probably when I get closer to getting the book done, I will come in and start finishing up some of the littler stuff. So, but I always have a tendency to make my vehicles pink. And I don't know why, but I like them pink. This one, I'm not. It looks okay. My flowers are pretty, but it's just the color of what I did here in the background. Now that I look at it again, I may have to work on some of that, because it looks okay. I probably will never do anything. So who am I kidding? It's just a little, the color is what I'm not liking. I like the roofs. I just don't like the color of the building itself. So I just think it could be better. And I'm not sure what I would change or how I would change it with a different color. But now that I'm looking at it, that's what I'm seeing. And then I just did this little plate. It just turned out pretty. I put the lighter color, then came back in with a darker around the edges and just did the flowers. And I took some chalk and just went inside of it a little bit so that it's just a light green. Oops, no, I think, did I miss something? Oh, here's my little pink bus. I actually painted this. This is my metallic paint. Which turned out pretty. And then the little houses, that's the whole thing is painted. And I painted a lot on these little guys too. With some metallic paint. I haven't finished them yet. I need to come in with my pencil now and just finish them up. But I really liked how I know this isn't metallic up here. Some of it is and some of it isn't. So I'm not sure if I used some intense ink on some of them and part of it. Probably mixed it a little bit. Yeah, because that's not metallic. That must be, well, maybe it is. It's just not that shiny. And this one, oh my gosh. This was so much fun to do. I really worked hard on this. I was trying to do it like Chris did hers. I came close. I wasn't sure how to do the clouds. I'm still supposed to come in here and do some more gray in here, but I did some in here and it didn't turn out, so I just left it alone for now. So, but they are pretty, aren't they? I didn't realize that these are real, that there's really mushrooms like these. So I think that's the end of this page, this book. Whoops. Okay, that was World of Wonders. Oh, we got one more book. This is Lost Oceans, and this was the last book that I got. So this one was really a lot of fun. Doing some of it, I saw some of the ways that Peter Hewitt did some of hers. So I got the idea, just add lots of colors, lots and lots of colors to every fish. And the seaweed and the color underneath the sea. I think it really turned out pretty. And I did do a video, and there's a little diamond ring. Somebody lost their diamond. It's like, oh my gosh, I found me a diamond ring. I love the look on some of these fish. Their little faces. They've just got the they just kind of made me laugh. And then our little Can't think of what that little orange fish's name is. And this is the colors. This one here, I definitely watched her video and learned to do the colors, the colors of this part especially. I changed up the borders a little bit more, what I liked. But then I took and put it into this fish, which wasn't easy. The face part seemed to be okay. I got that. I said, okay, I can do this. And that's what I tell myself. Okay, now you can do this. I know you can do this. So I just kept going until I got all the colors in. And I think I even erased some of it because I thought, no. And so I kept the colors in here up to here even. And then I started with the bottom colors in the bottom part of the fish, farther down. And I think they turned out really, really pretty. I think I did a good job following on this one. So that was a good lesson. She's a marvelous, amazing teacher. Let's see. And that's Peta, P-E-T-A Hewitt. If you want to go find hers and and you want to do it with her. I don't think I filmed that one. I think I just did it with her, and then I did the fish on the film. I filmed that fish. So it's fun to do and learn. This was hit. This is the pastels. Castle Art pastels. And there's my favorite color there again. And I also agree, it was a hit. It's beautiful. But to do this page, I don't know. It might take me 100 years thinking about getting to that part. But I just love this. I just thought it was so pretty. Then I added just a little bit of stickles. Amazing what they do. And you may not even be able to see them on the camera. But, let's see. I've got them marked, but some of them are hard to. Now, I don't think I did this one on camera. I think I was doing a doodad on my own. And so this was just the octopus, and I did it in the corals. And the gold was not easy to do. Little bars, I had to keep lightening them up, and the little jewels. And then the wood turned out really nice. I think that turned out good. And look at his little gold cup. That turned out pretty. And all the fish are coming to see what he found. That was fun to do. I liked it. I did use some distressed ink in the background here with a stencil, just lightly, so you can just barely see it, but I did. I tried to make the sand at the ground, and then I just pulled with the, I wonder if I did this with, I'm thinking, did I use the stencil with chalk? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know to do the stencil, but I know I did the layers with the chalk for sure. And then I tried to do the bubbles again in a different way. It just kind of a easy way to do something that you don't want to color everything. And so I just colored in with the, I made the circles and then I colored in what was in the circle. Okay, and then I just took, oh yeah, because I remember Peter Hewitt said to make bubbles. Then I took the white pencil and went around and around, really heavy around my bubble, and before I put the chalk down. And I colored in all of this with the colors, pencils, and then afterwards I came back over it with the chalk, and it makes those little white, it makes the white chalk stand out. Boom, it's standing up. I thought that turned out really pretty. I wanted to try it, so that I thought this is a good, perfect page to do that on. And I thought this was really cool. I'm not sure that anybody's seen this, but I don't know if there's one more. Looks like there's another little, oh yeah, we did this one on line, and I liked it. Just all pastel colors is what it is. Just soft colors. I did mix a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but mostly it was all pastels. And all the little fish, they're so cute. And then the little bubbles. There's a little clam on this side with bubbles coming out of the little house. This was fun. It wasn't anything, it was just fun. It was just whatever came out of my head was what was going to happen, and it was very, very enjoyable. And I really liked it. I had a good time watching it. And I think we're to the end. I don't think there's any more. Nope. That's it, folks. That is a review of everything I've done since I started coloring at Christmas. So it was probably sometime after Christmas because I was doing other things, and this book I just got in the last month. So I hope you enjoyed all of these, and I hope get ideas on books that you have, because I'm sure most people do have Johanna's books. They're just fun. They're just fun to color in, and they're very different, and you can just let your imagination run wild. So thank you very much for watching today, and let's find somebody to be kind to today. Even if it's your own family member, just for no reason. Do something kind. Say something nice to somebody that just doesn't normally get nice remarks, even if they're not nice. You'd be surprised after a while what you start getting. Maybe not from that person, but you'll start reaping what you sow. So if nobody's told you that they love you, I love you. And you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.